station. It's the Home Depot SEC. On CBS, it's the defending national champions against the Texas A&M Aggies. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with Gary Danielson. Great to have you along. Many reasons why this is such an anticipated game. First of all, A&M won in Tuscaloosa last year. Alabama came back, won the national championship. But Johnny Manziel managed to become the only freshman to win the Heisman Trophy. He is the most polarizing figure in college sports, in part because of the well-documented off-the-field activities. But I think equally important, Gary, is his mesmerizing presence when he is actually on the field.
Well, Vern, there's no hiding that. This is a big-time player who can play in big-time games. But he came pretty close to not being in this game. And apparently the authorities felt that he walked up to that line but didn't cross it. So he's in the game, and Alabama's going to have to deal with it. And I think they're kind of glad they're facing him. They want to face the best and beat the best. And Johnny Manziel has earned everything. He's a tough guy. It's not just his passing. He can take the punishment in the SEC. He's got a great personality, and I think A&M kind of followed his ultra ego to their great season last year. He can produce the magic on any play, but don't forget that arm. When Alabama tightened up that defense in the second half, he made 3 incredible throws to put that game out of reach for Alabama and win that game. He's going to have to play pretty much up to that level to win this game.
Well, obviously, Alabama remembers they fell behind 20-0 in that one, came back in the second half. What did they learn, and how do they defend him today?
Vern, I think both teams learned something, but what Alabama learned, I think, is you can't play soft. You can't give Johnny Manziel a lot of space. And I think the two guys responsible for this in this up-tempo will be C.J. Mosley, the linebacker who will be shadowing Johnny Mosley tight this year, not with a lot of space, and then maybe the quarterback in that secondary, Vinny Sunseri. He's a veteran now. He's going to be calling those secondary moves.
Titles. And A.J. McCarron is kind of the other quarterback in this game.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm not saying that around him. This guy's a fierce competitor. When he hasn't had his best game in the past, like LSU in that 9-6 game, he came back in that national championship game and he was on fire. I don't think he believes he had his A game a year ago against Texas A&M. If he ups his game, how does A&M stop one of the best, winningest quarterbacks in college football?
The house is full. The Crimson Tide about to take the field. And here comes the team that has won the last 2 national championships, 3 out of the last 4. There's the man who's led them to those accomplishments, Nick Saban. And let's go to Tracy with Nick Saban.
Thanks a lot, Vern. Coach, you faced him last year. You had 9 months to watch film, another week off before this one. How better prepared is your team to handle him today?
Well, I think our team is well prepared. I think they got confidence in what they do. They've got a lot of good players. It's going to come down to how well we execute, how well we play, how well we cover, how well we rush, how well we move the ball on offense. I mean, it's all going to be about what we do in this little 53 yards by 100-yard triangle right here.
Thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thanks.
He's done pretty well in that little area of turf.
Geometry a little maybe off,
yeah.
But who cares if you can win national championships, triangle, rectangle, what's the difference, right?
Sam Miller carrying the 12-man flag, and here comes A&M. Indeed, they do meet again, and just moments ago, Tracy with Kevin Sumlin.
Thanks, Coach. Everyone wants to talk about Johnny Manziel, but they have a pretty good quarterback, too, and A.J. McCarron. You get a lot of players back on your defense. How well prepared are you to stop this offense today?
Well, we got a bunch of new starters back in there. Good thing for us, because they played in this game before. Feel good about our confidence level and getting our leadership and communication back on defense.
We appreciate it. Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Tracy, thank you. Aggies won the toss. They have elected to receive. That means Cade Foster will kick off for Alabama. I laughed at the local weather guy last night. He said there's a cold front coming through. Well, it dropped from 96 to 94. It's kind of typical. For the first time this year, Brandon Williams, number 5, is back to return the kick. He's yet to perform this chore this season. And he will bring it out from 5 yards in. But not very far. And on the field to open the game, Ben Molina will open as the running back. That wasn't quite the response we expected.
He hasn't done anything yet.
No, you're right. That's a designed run. Molina with a great block. Oh, boy. And then Sunseri comes up to make the tackle. But what a picture-perfect block by the running back.
Well, this is reminiscent of last year's game when A&M started out the game with the quarterback draws. Remember, they went 9 plays for a touchdown and never even had a 3rd down.
Goes deep. Mike Evans. They went right at John Fulton, number 10. So the run from Manziel, the 32-yard pass and catch. Mike Evans. And here comes the quick no-huddle offense. Umpire stands over the ball.
They only have 10 men on the field. There goes number 11. Now Alabama will be allowed to substitute.
Umpires back over. Brandon Ivory, who was in there for the moment on first down. We don't expect to see the nose guard all that much today. And now out of the gun, the pistol. Here's the option read. Manziel puts a move on Denzel Duvall, number 30, but he didn't get that much out of it. Good to have the Cal back. The Chick-fil-A starting lineups. You've met the quarterback. Matthews, Harrison, Matthews' brother, younger brother, Ifedi, Ogwehi, Evans, Kennedy, Holmes, Walker, and Molina. Jake Matthews moved from right tackle to left. Here's Manziel going deep again. And there's Evans again. And Fulton defeated again.
Well, you know, Vern, this was a pressure point that I've talked about all week. Alabama loves to go man-to-man, bump and run, and a 6'5" receiver, Evans, is a tough matchup.
Molina, oh boy, did C.J. Mosley nail him. Well, we talked about Mike Evans on the pregame show. Mike Evans in his career has never caught fewer than 4 passes in each game, 15 in a row. That's every game he's played.
Yes, and remember this again, last year A&M started out the game 9 plays, never even got to a 3rd down play. They haven't had a 3rd down play yet in this drive.
Double tight ends now. Cameron Clear on the right side and Nehemiah Hicks, number 81, on the left side. Molina still the running back. Here's the option to the left side. The pitch, Molina. Can he get in? No. He did not. C.J. Mosley made the tackle.
Alabama reacted like the ball went to the ground, but let's see if Molina reached out to force the ball on the ground. We can't see it there. Remember, he just has to break the front side of the plane. Well, he clearly crossed the line. Was his knee down? This should be reviewed.
Ben Oldham is our replay official today, and I guess he's reviewed it and decided the play will stand. Whoops, mistake. Well, there's the answer. That's Cameron Clear. This time no fumble when he hit his back. But how about that for a quick start?
Well, again, can Johnny Manziel do it again?
And Clear makes his first catch, a memorable one, a touchdown. He's a junior college transfer.
Well, Vern, you're right. Maybe bumping into the running back or a guard or whatever is part of the new offense. Here is the tight end. He's just going to go out. We're going to get the other tight end in the flat. It's passing 101. Manziel bumps, doesn't fumble this time, and he's got an easy pitch for the touchdown.
That's Trey Carson, who was in at running back. Cameron Clear wide open.
Alabama's defense is predicated on bump and run with those corners to the outside. Right there, the message for A&M was, if you want to play bump and run, we're going to attack your bump and run. And we're going to run our quarterback. That's a message from A&M to Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. If you want to do it, be ready. We're going to attack it.
Taylor Bertolette will kick off. He had 65 touchbacks in last year's 11-2 season, and the two deep men for Alabama, Christian Jones and D. Hart. Christian Jones, in the one game they have played, returned a kickoff 94 yards for a TD against Bama Tech. And this will go in the direction of Christian Jones, and he will follow D. Hart out of the end zone. Will spin move, and a great defensive play downfield by the Aggies by the special team star, Tony Hurd Jr.
I thought Christian Jones tried to do too much here. You know, he had the wedge to the right. He got a little bit fancy. He could have got that ball out to the 20-yard line if he would have stayed with the return call.
Alabama has it on offense for the first time. McCarron, look to the right. His career record, 50 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. Last year, he threw 3 interceptions. T.J. Yeldon is the running back. He'll come over left guard. Can't break the tackle, or might have gone for a huge gain. Howard Matthews with the tackle. And let's check Alabama's starting offense. They're going quickly. We'll do so. Here we are. Quanjo, Kelly Steen, Shepard, and then you've got the skill positions. Yeldon in the backfield, and Christian Jones opens. Here's a nit. Let's pick it. 2nd and 13. Quick strike. DeAndre White. Equally quick defensive play by Tony Hurd, number 4. Defensively for the Aggies, and they got 4 suspended starters back. This is the first time this year that they have the 11 men they expected to start defensively, particularly Stephen Jenkins, one of the 4 who sat out 2 games suspension of team rules.
Interesting call. You've got a senior quarterback who's been through it all. You went 3 and out last year on your first series. You don't want to do it again. What do they call?
Ryan Kelly, the new center. They call a draw play for Yeldon, and he gets nothing. Nate Askew.
Vern, this was a bad start for Alabama. Remember, Christian Jones on the kickoff return didn't follow the wedge. They ran a great gash play on first down, had back-to-back penalties, and they ended up eventually doing a 3 and out.
On the punt is Cody Manziel. He had to punt 9 times in that opener against Virginia Tech. Had a great average, but a bit busier than he had hoped to be. Here's Manziel from the end zone. Mandel. I got Manziel on the mind. Mandel. $55-yard punt, 6 on the return. Take a look at this. Over the last 11 games, the Aggies have scored almost at will. Here's the designed run going left. Manziel, little swivel hip, and Clinton Dix makes the tackle. It was Jermaine Ifedi who led him around.
It was, and some good blocking up there by Ifedi, as you called it. He pulled around and just collapsed the defensive end for Alabama.
4 wides this time, actually 5. 5 DBs. No, make it 6 for the Crimson Tide. Manziel chased by C.J. Mosley. Pretty good stuff.
You watch, and after this first down now, Mosley was coming in free. Manziel just beat him, but A&M will go real fast now after this first down.
Jarek Williams, number 20, comes in as the 6th Alabama defensive back. They do have 4 down.
Got him again.
Wow, Evans.
Yep, got him again. Right at the bottom of the screen, watch him beat the press coverage right from the line of scrimmage. Wide open. Don't get any more open than that. Easy pitch and catch.
That was Cyrus Jones. It had been John Fulton, who was victimized twice.
And Mike Evans goes 6'5". He was a basketball player coming out of high school. Look at that man. Jones is 5'10", going up against 6'5".
Molina cuts it back, right side, struggles. Breaks the plane. Aggie touchdown. They're up by 13.
They didn't make a lot, but they didn't need a lot.
So far, only the location has changed.
That's exactly right.
We've gone from Tuscaloosa to College Station, but this is a mirror-like image of the meeting last year in November between these two. Extra point from Bertolette is up. Kevin Sumlin. Hey, this is kind of fun. Now what do we do? It's been all Aggies so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Alabama 3 and out on a possession that went nowhere.
Merton, if I'm calling plays right now for Alabama, I know I cannot put my defense back out there. I got to look at my best group of plays right now and say, AJ, I got to have a drive.
Taylor Bertolette will kick it deep. DeHart and Christian Jones. Jones brought it out of the end zone last time, and DeHart thought about it, then takes a knee.
You notice he wasn't out there, Christian Jones, didn't you?
So 2nd down 10. Cooper and DeAndrew White, top of the screen. Christian Jones in motion to create trips on the right side. Here's Cooper. He gets a nice block, and he's got a first down for Alabama. I think it was Christian Jones who delivered the block to help free him up. Amari Cooper.
And as you look at this replay, you'll see that Alabama is going to try to go a little bit up-tempo here on this one.
Now Fowler, at least for the moment, to the right side. Jones and Cooper, bottom of the screen. Kevin Norwood is up at the top. McCarron goes that direction, finds Norwood, and they'll move the chain again.
See, I think Nick Saban went to his offensive play caller, Doug Nussmeier, and said, we got to take this drive as if it's the last drive of the game. We've got to have a drive here. Give the ball to AJ. Let him make some plays. We need points, at least a field goal, or more importantly, we got to take our defense off the field a little bit.
McCarron with the change of plays.
Now let's see if they come right at him with a little bit of a bam play here.
There you are. Fowler. Another first down. They moved the chains on 3 consecutive plays. That's a 16-yard run. Howard Matthews with the tackle.
And a lot of people are saying, you know, why isn't it yelled at? Because Fowler is a little bit more like Eddie Lacy. He's that big power back. Now remember, Alabama has to run the ball a little bit because their big plays are out of play action.
Chatting with Mark Snyder, the defensive coordinator at A&M yesterday, he said, man, am I glad number 42 is gone. That's Eddie Lacy. Here's McCarron. He's got his tight end open, Brian Vogler. And that's the 4th consecutive move the chains play.
One of the ways to stop the up-tempo team is to make sure the other up-tempo team is sitting on the sidelines.
Right. First down and 10. Norwood again, wide right. Cooper, wide left. Not that wide, just outside the hash mark. This is Vogler in motion.
Total blitz look by A&M. They did.
McCarron, right side, come back to Norwood. That's good. It's a touchdown.
Beautiful back shoulder throw. No doubt in my mind that Nick Saban said, AJ, I gotta have a drive, and AJ produced it. One bad throw, and then he came back with a beautiful back shoulder throw and said, you know what, A&M, we got tall guys too. And we're going to make that throw on you. Got his foot down, and the ball crossed the plane. And what a nice answer drive for Alabama.
Norwood, the senior, that's only his 2nd catch of the game, but timely indeed. He's listed at 6'2". Here's Cade Foster with the extra point.
Well, you can see from up here, and it's obviously harder on the field than it is up here, but it was the look. You know, you had press here, you had a crowded box, you could almost bet blitz. Mark Snyder had been up and down the field. They bring 6. You know it's one-on-one. You go back shoulder, and they don't just, this just doesn't happen by chance. They do this every day.
14-7 as Alabama has its first successful offensive possession. Now Brandon Williams awaits the kickoff of Cade Foster. That'll be 10. Oh, no! 2 out at the 2. Brandon Williams. Apparently Kevin Sumlin not happy with his returners in the first 2 games. Williams making an attempt at his 2nd. Bobbles it out at
well, I actually like the strategy. I mean, it was a low kick. He could have got it, probably got it out to the 30-yard line, but did not make the physical play. I don't think it was a bad mental play. I think it was a bad physical play.
Well, here comes Manziel again. They've not stopped him yet. Manziel in the middle of the line. He's patient as well as everything else. And look how it pays off. Here's Evans. 13 chased by 13. 6 got him. That is Clinton Dix.
Did the ball come out? They're going to call him down. When we talked to Kirby Smart, he said there will be 6 or 7 plays. Watch Evans come back on this play, about 20 yards on the play, catch the ball, and at the end of it, make the play. Can't quite clear that tailgate. It's a little bit hot up here, maybe a little moisture.
Well, we're up where planes are flying. And he's kind of disappeared from view. Here's another pass. It's complete. Jarrett Williams makes the tackle on Sabian Holmes, number 23.
There was a bunch of stuff that I could not fit on that flow chart, but one of the key ones going into this game because of the quick screen game for these spread teams is the defensive backs must defeat the wide receiver blocks. And on that one, they did.
3rd and 26. Well, the Crimson Tide will have 4 down in 4-point stances. That's all they bring. There's a stunt. Manziel, watch out. And he's pushed out of bounds by C.J. Mosley, and there goes a member of the security staff. Hey, did you see me? I made it on television.
Yeah, and a good pull-off by C.J. Mosley here, not to get a dumb penalty. He knows he's going out of bounds. Don't give him a first down when your defense has stopped him.
So effective has been the Alabama offense, the Aggie offense in its first two, that this is only the 5th punt of the season for Drew Kaiser. Christian Jones back to return it. It will go into the end zone, touchback, and come out to the 20. Vogler, the tight end, is split out of your sight right now, bottom of the screen, or below the bottom of the screen. Stunts and a blitz. McCarron wide open. That's Cooper, who had a brilliant freshman season last year with 59 catches for an even 1,000 yards.
All right, let's go to this offensive line for Alabama. That's the question marks. And boy, T.J. Yeldon came back and got the key block to clean that throw off for A.J. McCarron. Up front, Kelly, Quanjo, Shepard, 3 new players, but it was T.J. Yeldon that made the big block because Mark Snyder and A&M brought an extra blitzer.
Here's the first. Here's the second. And the third. End of the first quarter. We welcome you back to Kyle Field, College Station, Texas. A good ball game, 14-7. Aggies jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but behind A.J. McCarron, Alabama answered the call for Manziel. Pretty good quarter, 51 yards on the ground and 154 yards passing. We begin the second. Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson from Kyle Field. Blitz. Good protection. McCarron diving try. And it's good.
Man, look again. Let's see if they come again. Flea flicker. He's got him deep.
Yes, he does. The Andrew White touchdown. Crimson Tide.
You could see from the pre-read, Alabama had exactly what they wanted. Inside technique, they knew it was man-to-man, and they had the deep ball called. A brilliant call by the Alabama offense. And perfect pass by A.J. Those are the hardest ones to hit when they're wide open like that.
Cade Foster on for the extra point. Bad snap, and McCarron gets the hold down.
And the game is tied.
And we're at 14-all.
You can see the man-to-man coverage, no free safety in the middle of the field. Right now, A.J. knows in his pre-read he has exactly what he wants. When he gets it, he knows he can just let it go. Beaten by 6 yards on the play. Easy, but it had to be a gutsy call and perfect execution.
Alabama Crimson Tide with a flea flicker pass that is almost as old as I am. But it works. It can be effective
it's tough
if you
to
sell
defend.
it. Yep.
And you know, Virginia Tech really crowded the line against Alabama in the first game, and they got away with it. When A&M has tried to crowd the line against Alabama, so far they have not gone away with it.
Well, the last time we had an Alabama kickoff, we had an A&M adventure. Here's Cade Foster. Brandon Williams is back for the 3rd time. And this one will bounce and go through the end zone shortly. Darrell Walker. Denzel Duvall with the tackle. Gain of 16.
Be ready, Alabama. They're going to speed it up on you now.
On first down, boy, they really go.
Yep. Manziel's like a point guard out there right now, isn't he?
And it is a 5-man rush. Manziel retreats. Look at this. He's still on his feet. and heaves it deep. Oh my gosh!
Can you say magic?
Edward Pope at the receiving end.
That's Jeffrey Pagan, a 275-pound player that he got away from. And he might already have Johnny Manziel a signature play for this year now.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Gary. There's Pagan.
I thought any instant the whistle was going to blow in the grass. And all of a sudden he got away. Mosley got the last hit on him. And then up and making the catch. What a play by Pope. Unbelievable. What a play by Manziel. That is a shocking play.
5,116 total yards last year. He had 1,410 on the ground.
Alabama has to be careful not to get demoralized after a play like that. They had great defense on the series, and the guy made a play, a 1 in 100 play.
Molina breaks the tackle, the first one of Brandon Ivory. And then Landon Collins finally got there to stop it. I'm thinking of our conversation with Nick Saban last night, and he was looking back on last year's game. He said, we didn't stop them on third down inside the red zone once in the first half.
Said we got to hold them to at least one field goal.
Second down goal. Craig Carson is the running back. Manziel into the end zone. Intercepted.
That's hard to believe. That's hard to believe.
Cyrus Jones.
Johnny Manziel, it's a terrible mental mistake.
Cyrus Jones with the interception.
He got too cute, too cocky on this one. He's got a pitch and catch with your 6'5" guy to one side, and he goes to the far side to Williams. What a play by Cyrus Jones and a turnover by Alabama. Nick Saban, as you said, they needed one of them, and they got a gift, and Cyrus Jones made the play.
Members of the Corps who stand throughout the game, a tradition that began during the first appearance of the 12th man in 1922. And here's Kenyon Drake, who was suspended for the first game, and he makes the first run for him this year.
Interesting balance of plays here as we get to this point in the game, Vern. A&M has run the ball 16 times and thrown it 17. Alabama, only 4 runs. That was just their 4th run of the game, and they've thrown the ball 12 times. Now, Alabama made a name for themselves with balance, and it's A&M that's more balanced so far in this game.
Vogler starts across the backfield. McCarron play action again. Comes out, lost it. He's got a crossing pattern underneath. O.J. Howard, who is a true freshman from Prattville, Alabama.
And he's going to be a star. He's still lean, but he's one of those tight ends that are receivers. He's like an Ozzie Newsome. How about that? He's a young Ozzie Newsome. I don't know if he's that good, but I mean, he's that type of player. Nobody really goes into Ozzie's class yet, but he's that style.
Number 2 is DeAndrew White. He caught the touchdown pass. They go the other direction, and this is Kenny Bell flying down the sidelines. He will not be caught. Go-ahead touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, once he got the football, one missed tackle from the secondary, and it was gone. It was Honeycutt, Clay Honeycutt, I'm being told, is the guy that missed the tackle, but it was a great block inside on the play on the slot receiver that really sprung the play, and an accurate pass from A.J. got him going quickly.
Foster with the extra point. It is up and good. Kenny Bell, who earlier this season left the team, but only for a day. He said he wanted to take care of his family. Nick Saban gave him a day off, and his retirement lasted for about 24 hours. Aren't they glad? Alabama has come from 14 down. They've scored their last 3 possessions. And let's take a look at the last one.
Watch Christian Jones do the little thing right here. Mark Snyder's going to try to get cute here and switch up. He brings this guy in and this guy over. But Christian Jones reads the play, and A&M kind of runs right into the block. A perfect block by Christian Jones. So Christian Jones, who had the great game receiving, punt returns, catching the ball, comes back the next week and does his job. Again, he was supposed to block. He read the rotation perfectly, got the block, and got a big play out of it.
And think about how this drive started. On a goal line play, Johnny Manziel trying to, as you said, get cute.
And you know what is interesting now? Both McCarron and Manziel have both thrown for over 200 yards with 8.5 minutes, or 8:55 to go in the first half.
And they decide to bring it out. Does Laquiliante Gonzalez. I was hoping I'd get to announce that name before it was all over. 8:41 to go in the half. Manziel, this time he cannot escape. Ashawn Robinson, number 86.
Ashawn Robinson gets inside, penetration, gets over the middle from Mike Matthews' block that time. The quick screen to the outside was taken away by Alabama, and Manziel had nowhere to go.
Lost 5, 2nd and 15. Molina comes to the near side. Manziel drills it. Inbounds, yes. Molina with the catch.
3rd and about 7 or 8. Here we go again. Manziel doing what he does. You can talk all about, nice job by Molina, running back to do that. Talk all about throwing with your weight and proper distribution, but Manziel makes the throws off balance as good as anybody I've seen.
Well, if you believe it's all about 3rd downs, either defending or converting, here we are again. 3rd and 6. Caught him, dropped him. C.J. Mosley, Pagan, and Adrian Hubbard. All 3 had a part of the tackle.
Great disguise by the Alabama secondary. They baited Manziel. They made it look like the inside slot was open, and then they switched after the snap. Manziel thought he had him. They didn't have him, and then the sack happened.
Drew Kaiser is on to punt. Flag is down. Now these two, who were, by the way, roommates at the Manning Passing Academy. McCarron stayed a little longer than Manziel did. But look at the days they've had.
Yes. But now Alabama has been playing the numbers. Mark Snyder, the defensive coordinator for A&M, has been basically using the Virginia Tech defensive style. Crowd the box, challenge Alabama to throw the ball, and Alabama's been doing it. Only have run the ball 4 times in the first half. A&M playing much softer in the secondary now. Alabama runs it.
Yeldon breaks 2 tackles. Hit from behind, but holds on. Anthony Steen with the clearing block.
Well, last year Alabama obviously used to go left a lot, but now right behind Anthony Steen, one of those returners, turns his man nicely, and Yeldon bounces off a couple tackles for another big play.
True freshman, number 45, made the tackle for the Aggies. Jordan, first down 10. 5:21 to go. First half. Play action to fake to Yeldon. McCarron goes deep left. He's got a man wide open. That's Kevin Norwood, who has one of the touchdown catches in this game. That's a gain of 17.
run the ball a few times, and all of a sudden Doug Nussmeier says, all right, I'll give you a little play action pass just to know that we can do that. Alabama has not ran it a lot, Vern, but they're averaging 7.3 yards per attempt.
Now this is an Aggie defense playing together for the first time this year. Had those 4 starters suspended for 2 full games and another couple for a game each. Yeldon almost broke that.
Number 4, Yeldon on the carry.
Johnny Manziel.
Tackle made by number 29.
The magic was there on that heave of 45 yards for a 12-yard gain. But later in that same drive, a big Manziel mistake when he tried to get into the corner to a freshman, J.K. Williams, and was intercepted in the end zone. Cyrus Jones made the interception.
A&M's outnumbered to the left.
Yeldon. Nothing. Tony Hurd.
Let me tell you how big of a third down this is for Texas A&M. There's 3.5 minutes when this ball is going to be snapped, and Alabama gets the ball to start the second half. So if they don't stop him here, it could go 28 or 24-14, and then Alabama gets the ball again. They could really create some space before Manziel hits the field again.
3rd and 4. Three-man rush across the middle. Got it. Vogler. And a first down at the 32-yard line.
I tell you, that offensive line that Virginia Tech put pressure on A.J. McCarron have done a great job here. That was Manziel's 3rd choice. He wanted to go to Cooper. He wanted to go to the corner route. Excuse me, McCarron's 3rd choice on the play. And he came back to the tight end on the play.
Well, it is an offensive line with 3 new starters, replacing All-Americans Chance Warmack, Barrett Jones, and another guy who's been in the news recently. They'll try Kenyon Drake again. He breaks to the outside. Amari Cooper trying to help with the block.
Kenyon Drake was a bit in the doghouse for Alabama. You know, now he's back. But, you know, Vern, I've been to a number of Alabama practices, and Kenyon Drake sometimes on the scout team. And he's going up against the Alabama defense, and the Alabama starters were going, that boy is bad. He can move. He has the respect of everybody on that defensive team. One of the fastest football players, at least running backs, for Alabama.
How about this? Final minute of the first half. 1st and goal from the 4. And Yeldon is back in the running back spot. He'll come right. He's got a touchdown for the Crimson Tide. They have scored 28 unanswered.
A perfect drive. Started with 7:08 on the clock, and they got it down to 45 seconds.
Kate Buster, again McCarron with a nice hold.
The kick is good.
And the half has ended.
I'll tell you, it was a gutsy comeback by A.J. McCarron in Alabama, because they were knocked down early in this half.
A&M led 14-0. And Nick Saban's bunch came back with 28. Let's go down to Trace with Nick Saban.
That's right, Vern. Coach, you started out down 14. How do you like how your team, though, just rebounded quickly there?
Well, I like the resiliency that we're playing with. We're doing a really good job on offense, controlling the line of scrimmage, throwing the ball, making some plays. But we got to play better on defense. Too many mental errors. You know, guys aren't trusting and doing what they're supposed to do. So, you know, they're a good team. So every time you don't do what you're supposed to do, you pay for it.
Speaking of mental errors, what did you say to T.J. Yeldon after that touchdown?
Well, you know, that's not us. All right, that's not what we do. All right, so, you know, it costs a 15-yard penalty, which could have gave them an opportunity to score. So it's not smart.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Vern?
All right, there's the reason for the 15-yard penalty. First, the give me some money sign, and then the throat slash. That's the end of the first half. Score is 28-14. Tim Brandel will be along with the Geico halftime report after this word from your local station. Moments ago, Tracy Wolfson with Aggie coach Kevin Sumlin.
Coach, you got out to a quick start. You're up 14-0. They were able to find their rhythm, though. How do you make some changes in the second half to get back in it and get this 12th man going?
Yeah, we got made some adjustments defensively. We have to get them stopped. You know, the turnover took points off the board, gave them momentum. That was big. We just got to keep playing. Shore up some things defensively. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple times offensively. We got to continue to move the ball, make first downs, and get back in this thing. Got plenty of time to go.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, Tracy, thank you. And you pointed out, Gary, earlier that A.J. McCarron does get the ball. He and the Alabama offense to start the third.
And it's going to be difficult for A&M. You know, every time they move their safeties up to try to stop the run, and it's like checkers. It's not really complicated here. They go deep, or they throw the quick screen to the outside, and then they move them back and they pound them. You know, that's the formula, and that's why it's hard to stop these teams that can pound you and then go deep on you. But as Kevin said, there's still a lot of time. And that's the one thing he's got going. They need to stop badly, though.
Bertolet will kick off. 2 men deep. This one is short and will be taken by Christian Jones. He's got a touchdown off a kickoff return already, and he gets this one out to the 37-yard line. Are you surprised at the sudden and quick turnaround in this game?
Sure. I mean, Alabama answered it. It was tough. They're playing in this stadium.
Right.
A great crowd, you know, all the pressure on them. And that's why that drive by Manziel, he's a clutch, McCarron. He's such a clutch player. But, you know, Manziel arguably had a better first half this game than he did a year ago.
Right.
But Alabama's offense is making plays, and that's what you have to do against Manziel. You got to do something on offense. You're not going to shut them down completely with your defense.
First down, McCarron threw for more yards in the first half than he has in any other 30 minutes of play in his career.
Misread by McCarron.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
3rd and 15. They bring only 3. McCarron crossing pattern, and he overthrew Christian Jones. So 3 and out. This is the way Alabama started the game with their first possession.
Yep, the first call of the drive. When he checked out of the run play into the pass play, the disguised defense by A&M caused the 3 and out.
Cody Mandel on to punt. And Devontae Harris, number 1, is the deep man. That's Sunseri, the protector, number 3.
Low one.
Very low. Returnable from the 25. Escapes the first, does Devontae Harris, and he gets rather nice return out near the 34-yard line. A 9-yard return after the 44-yard punt. He's got 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. 4-man rush. Manziel deep right side, tipped. Could be intercepted. Sunseri has it. Vinny Sunseri, who returned one for a touchdown against Vatek, needs a block, needs one more, spins. He's got a touchdown.
Wow. Well, when you get a decent play like that on the inside and you get it to one of your playmakers, Sunseri just can smell that goal line, gets the blocks from behind, gets the blocks from the front, and takes it to the house.
Foster on for the extra point. Second interception thrown by Manziel in the ball game.
Jarek Williams, number 20, I believe is the guy that made the play. He's covering the slot right here. Watch him. The ball's going to try to go right down the hash. Trying to throw the verticals. He takes it, turns around, finds the ball, gets his left hand up, and that's how Vinny Sunseri. What a play by Jarek Williams.
Vinny Sunseri, son of a coach. His dad's on the Florida State staff. Kate Foster. By the way, Jim Nance, Phil Simms, and Tracy Wolfson will be at that game. 35 unanswered. This is Lacriviante Gonzalez. Yes, he is. From behind, they got him at the 42. Gary, let's revisit that interception.
Yeah, we watched Johnny Manziel after he throws the play. Remember, a lot of people were recruiting Manziel as a defensive back. Watch how aggressive he is coming up. Sunseri had to dodge Manziel. He was laying out for him. Sunseri had his eye on him the whole way and made Manziel miss. Great play, though, by the slot defender, Jarek Williams.
You know,
that was the play.
Yes, and it looked like it might have bounced off his helmet.
It could have,
yeah.
but it was one of those back shoulder throws that you do all the time. You throw it right at the defender, and you figure he's not going to turn around and make the play.
First down carry by Trey Carson. Trey DePriest is in there now, number 33.
It just feels, Alabama obviously are more aggressive on defense, but it does not feel like A&M is making the mistakes this year. Alabama made the mistakes last year. Alabama turned the ball over last year 3 times. This time already, A&M's turned it over twice. And remember the push-off by Mike Evans down here when they really had it going to kill another drive.
Draw play. Trey Carson. Gang tackle. Well, we haven't heard the announced crowd yet, but it might be a record breaker here at Kyle Field. The Aggies in Alabama, only the 5th time 2 top 10 teams have played in this stadium. 5th time ever. Here's Carson going right, and the Aggies jump up to a 14-0 lead, but Alabama has fought back. With 35 unanswered, A.J. McCarron led the way. Manziel and the Aggies on the Alabama 14-yard line. 5-man rush. Manziel across the middle. Got it. Touchdown. Malcolm Kennedy, number 84.
Was the inside slot, and he beat Nick Perry to the left. Nick Perry had no help inside, and he let him get inside of him for an easy throw. Malcolm Kennedy was a split wide receiver last year. He's moved into that Ryan Swope position as a slot, and still a lot of time left in this game.
Sure. High snap. It is controlled, and Taylor Bertolette hammers it home. Oh, that ends the gusher for Alabama. 35 unanswered points.
Vern, here's the matchup right here. Look, there'll be no help inside, and he lets his receiver get right inside. Nobody to help. Lets him get inside. Easy throw.
So Kennedy gets the touchdown off the arm of Johnny Manziel. That's a rather modest gesture.
They've only run 3 plays in this half. Now, they did get an interception for a touchdown.
Right.
But, their defense has been out there a long time. Time for Alabama's offense to give them a breather.
Here's the boot from Bertolette. Mississippi Christian Jones. And he's brought down at the 16-yard line. McCarron, this is only the 4th play offensively for Alabama in the second half. Play action, rush from the corner. He's got DeAndrew White, and a nice little move by DeAndrew White to pick up the first down. He's had a good day.
Yeah, I thought he started out a little high, but boy, he's clutch, isn't he? He's played in a ton of big games. Doug Nussmeier made some really good calls to get him going. This little quick screen, that's an easy play. Get another touchdown, but come on, a guy that's played in national championships, I don't care how many people are here, how loud it is, he is not going to be affected by this noise.
Play action again. Right side, man open again. It's Christian Jones.
Aggies a really good thrower to the outside of the field. I don't know if you remember that national championship game a couple years ago. He must have completed against LSU 8 throws near the sideline. He's comfortable. He knows how to put touch on it. He doesn't gun any of them, and he really trusts his receivers.
Clay Honeycutt was defending them. Yeldon, the running back. Cooper, bottom of your screen, 4-man rush. They slant to the right. Here comes Yeldon out of the tackle. Sideline tripped him up. Howard Matthews was in the area, but it's another first down. That's a gain of 11.
Well, if this O.J. Howard, the freshman tight end, ever learns how to block like this, actually it wasn't him that time, was it? They put a sub in that time. It was Brandon Green. Brandon Green that time came in. I thought it was 88, but it was 89. They keep flopping in these players. It's not like they don't recruit well here, right?
Exactly.
At Alabama.
Yeldon, nice move to the outside by Cyrus Kwanjo and R.A. Kwanjo, both of them, the Kwanjo brothers, with blocks on the left. That's a gain of 11.
Yeah,
look at that. Ooh.
Unbalanced line that time, and they run towards them, big number 71 and 77, and you get the feeling when Alabama has the ball, if they don't make a mistake, like a bad audible call down here by McCarron or dropping it on the ground, it's like a race car being one lap ahead. If they just don't run out of gas or get in a wreck, they're going to win.
Kenyon Drake in the backfield now. That's Vogler, number 84. Fowler also to the left. They'll run power right up the middle. And Drake is in for the touchdown.
Let's see if his knee hit first. It's first down play. Gashes it up there. I don't think so. It's close. He lunged forward. You can't tell if his knee's on the ground or not. I think that's a good touchdown, and I think that'll hold up. Yep, it did.
Kate Foster with the extra point. Again, McCarron is the holder. Snap is perfect. And it is 42-21. Alabama has 2 drives in excess of 80 yards. One of 93, one of 83. I thought maybe Saban would carry that gift you gave him on the sidelines, right? He might
never know.
Refer to it. Kate Foster will kick off. It's Lacudiante Gonzalez. Got a certain musicality to it. It is Gonzalez. Bumps into his own teammate, DeShazer Everett. And we have reached the end of 3 here at Kyle Field before a crowd of 87,000 plus. We'll return to College Station right after this word from your local station. And we welcome all of you back to Kyle Field, where Alabama scored 35 unanswered to take a 42-14 lead. A&M has cut it 42-21. Here's Manziel. Oh, brother. Horse collar?
Yep. Right at the end of it.
Jarek Williams.
He kind of had him the whole time. Manziel was faking like he was going to throw, but it was a run-designed play, and you can see it. There's a classic horse collar.
Manziel got the receiver. Laquidiante Gonzalez. Tackle made by Reggie Ragland, number 18. 444 to 399.
Yeah, and what's not in there is that interception for a touchdown.
Yeah. That was Sinceri, 73 yards. Here's Manziel, takes off. Oh, look at that move. Hello. Tackling air, getting a block downfield. Reggie Ragland won't forget that moment for a while.
Well, you know, he's that way. You know, he's Doug Flutie. He's Fran Tarkington. He's Roger Staubach. You know, when you get into the secondary, he can make guys miss. There's just too much space. Alabama was trying to play soft zone and play this clock a little bit. I'm telling you, cannot play zone against this offense. You have to come after him and take away space.
Left side, timing pattern, it's caught. Walker
might have stepped out of bounds. He might have stepped out of bounds before he caught the ball.
Penalty was for a receiver out of bounds being the first to touch the pass. However, he was forced out of bounds. Therefore, there is no foul. The reception is good. First down.
Fulton, does he push him out of bounds? Yes, he did. His momentum took him out of bounds from the push. He did not try to avoid him and go out of bounds. The momentum of the push pushed him out of bounds.
Into the end zone, touchdown, Malcolm Kennedy. Well,
yep,
there's one possession.
That's right. A perfect fourth quarter is what they need. That was so easy. Nobody even covered him this time. Vinny Sunseri tried to get there late, but it was a total bust. Busted coverage by Alabama. Bad play down the sideline. A horse collar. They did just about everything. Good.
Extra point is up and good. 4 plays, 80 yards in a minute and a half.
Landon Collins just turned him over too easy. A&M still in the football game, but now they need a stop.
Mentioned it is not a record crowd. That record crowd was against Nebraska here in 2010, 90,000 something. But we have 87,000 plus on hand. Bertolette. Christian Jones, number 22.
It's funny. I mean, A&M's offense, you can see them putting 2 touchdowns on the board easy. Pressure is still on this Alabama offense.
McCarron rolling out after the play action. And here's DeAndrew White, number 2. I think he was down before the fumble. Devontae Harris covering.
Well, you can almost bet Alabama needs a play. They come back to this bootleg crossing series that they love. They get the guy in the flat, and they get one of their speed receivers coming across, and this time it was White.
I don't think the coach is very happy. So Alonzo Williams on the bench. Coming left is Yeldon, and Jenkins takes him down, but Yeldon won that battle. He got an additional 4 yards. Quanjo with the block around the corner. Yeldon over 100.
Yeah, Quanjo does a good job. His younger brother, Ari Quanjo, number 77, comes around and does a good job. The 2 big tight ends, Vogler. If I'm A.J. McCarron right now, I'm saying, guys, hold on to the ball. No penalties. Okay, we've got to have at least 3. We're going to smash it in for a touchdown. Let's not hurt ourselves here.
They'll feed Yeldon again. This time he's held up. And we'll see about the spot.
He pushed forward.
I think he got it,
Yep.
yeah.
was a tough penalty for A&M. I mean, it would have been third down play. The last play one more time. Yeldon gets a pretty good job by A&M to stuff it. Nice job by Stansbury, but you're allowed to shove the guy across the line now.
Fowler's back in there. Vogler's also in the backfield, the tight end, and Yeldon is the deep back. Load up on the left side, come to the left side. No, sir.
That ball came out too.
Oh,
yes,
my.
it did. Ball security. That was A&M's only chance. Popped out. You could see it.
Oh, yes.
Amazing. Amazing.
Fumble recovery by Sean Washington.
Yeldon had the turnover last year. This time he didn't get very good blocking on the play, but ball security was more important than the touchdown at that point. And now, hold on to your hats. It's going to get wild. It's going to be 4-down territory the rest of the game for A&M with Johnny Manziel.
Manziel in the gun, in the end zone. Fires it out. Incomplete. 8:37 to go. Both teams, all 3 timeouts remaining. He's passed for 308, run for 90. 3-man down for Alabama. They rush 5, and they get Manziel.
Great call by Kirby Smart. He ran the field blitz.
Landon Collins got him.
Right into the running play that time. He anticipated, and he got it.
And so 3rd and 9. And again, 3 down. See how many they bring. Mosley sneaks up. Looks like he's coming. He is. Manziel from the end zone, deep down the middle. Got a man. Evans. Evans with a foot race. Michael Evans, one man. Sunseri cannot stop him. Touchdown.
He's the magic man.
Is good.
Well, one thing you can say about Johnny Manziel, he's a quick learner because he went back to the best matchup on the field for Texas A&M. Evans down here against Cyrus Jones. Remember, Deion Blue is out of the game. Bump and run all over the field, puts his hand up, and he throws a strike. He's not the fastest, but he runs right away from Cyrus Jones. I said
nice
they had, excuse me, Vern, I said they had to have a perfect quarter. They got a perfect quarter going and a gift on the fumble.
That's Evans. This is Manziel. It's a 7-point game. 42-35. Michael Evans, just an average day. Manziel as well. Evans with 6 catches for 247 yards. Those yards add up when you go 95 with a catch.
Yeah, look at the size of that man right there. Remember, he was a guy who wanted to be a basketball player. Said he didn't think he'd be big enough to play basketball, but he sure is a mismatch on the football field.
Bertolette will kick off.
Made a mistake. Yep,
brother.
made a mistake.
Whoa.
free kick infraction, kick out of bounds. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line, first down.
We were speculating on the play before that Yeldon was a little loose with the football, and security was more important than a touchdown at this point. But boy, big hit coming from the secondary that time. Well, it was a linebacker, Robert Foster, made the hit. And then the 95-yard pass on 3rd down and 8. Was it 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7?
I believe all, yes.
And now, we said there was a lot of pressure last time. There's even more now. Can't imagine that Alabama defense or any fan of Alabama relishes the fact that Johnny Manziel might get the ball back with an opportunity to tie the game. What a football game. We said it had to be perfect. They're on their way so far.
Yeldon going right, has a lot of room. It's another double-digit run, 12 yards that time for Yeldon. DeShazer Everett, number 29, who had that critical game-saving interception in Tuscaloosa last year with the tackle on that one.
Now Nick Saban would take a 4-minute drive and a field goal.
Sure. DeAndrew White, top of the screen. Amari Cooper has not had a big game. I'm assuming they're going to keep it on the ground. What do you think?
Well, they've really loaded the box. It's going to be hard to run the ball. Let's see if they stay with it.
Yeldon, the running back. They give it to him. He comes left. He's got some room. Stephen Jenkins up high with the tackle. And Ryan Kelly, the center, pulled and led him around.
Sure did, Vern. You're exactly right. Number 70, Eric Quanjo slams down, and Ryan Kelly fits with the block, and that's where Yelly goes right in there, and Quanjo just, the other one, Cyrus just shoves his man right out of the picture almost.
McCarron changing. Four-man Aggie rush down the middle and caught by O.J. Howard.
Wow, what a great call. What a great call. Under the pressure to be able to throw this touch pass, went to the true freshman. O.J. Howard, middle of the field was open. That's where the ball was supposed to go. And they went to the freshman in one of the clutch plays. Now you believe you're in field goal range. Again, hold on to the ball.
I'm thinking about A.J. McCarron, who was called game manager so often. He said, that's really my first name. He is no longer considered just a game manager.
You know, on the other hand, if you're Alabama, you don't want to put it in the, you know, on the toe where you're just one kicker. If he misses, you think you can stick it in there for a touchdown.
Look at Fowler, pile drive over left guard. Kellen Williams was up in the offensive line then, number 63.
They still want to go left when they really need the yards. Don't they want to go left? Yeah.
Well, with those Quanjo brothers over there. Yeah. That's not a bad option, is it? Look at them work on the clock now, the Crimson Tide. 4:18 to go at a 2nd down and 2. Cade Foster, by the way, has not attempted a field goal this year. Yeldon, 1st and goal. Remember, a year ago they had Jeremy Shelley, who kicked in short, and Foster, the long-range field goal kicker, and Johnny Manziel hoping to get at least one more chance. A.J. McCarron. Yeldon. Stopped. Howard Matthews.
He took it there. Yep. I'm sorry.
There we are.
Someone took the timeout.
And he takes the first with 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in a fairly exciting game. 2nd largest crowd ever at Kyle Field, 87,000 plus. And pulling mightily for that young man for the most part to give the Aggies a chance to come back. Meanwhile, Alabama trying to hang on to a lead, and with this critical third down coming up.
Vern, A&M is committing 11 players to stop the run. Very similar to the way Notre Dame did when they got those goal line stands. Would Alabama risk the pop pass to the tight end the same way they started the national championship game in? It would be an easy pitch and catch. Or will they just center it up and take the field goal?
Fowler and Vogler on either side of McCarron. Yeldon is directly behind him. This is Brian Vogler in motion. He sets up now. They're going to play action. There's Fowler in the open. Touchdown, Alabama.
Yeah, they wanted the touchdown, didn't they? You got to play. They thought the same way. That A&M was selling out, and they went with a play action pass. Part of that call is the respect Nick Saban has for Johnny Manziel.
Now here's McCarron and Cade Foster for the extra point. Foster hammers it home. Well, a play action pass. Jalston Fowler's second catch of the year.
Same formation that caused the fumble last time. This time Falston sneaks out from behind, a boot sneak behind the line of scrimmage. Very tough to defend. A&M is selling out of the run. Speculated would be the pop to the tight end. Almost the same type of call.
Well, McCarron does his part. Manziel, boy, that's Jalston Fowler with the touchdown. 26-2 as a starter, second only all-time at Alabama to the record of Jay Barker back in the 90s. It's about to go to 27-2 unless Manziel has more magic, and he might. But they've got 2 timeouts left and 2:28 on the clock, and they'll start after the touchback. On your left, McCarron. On your right, Manziel.
Well, there was speculation. Could Manziel do it again this year? You know, all the focus. I said, come on, this guy loves the big stage. I mean, he relishes in it. The 2 interceptions is the big difference in this football game. I mean, you know, last year A&M had none. This game, they had those 2 interceptions. That's probably the difference in the football game.
Sure. Well, one, they were knocking on the door, and he was intercepted in the end zone.
And the other was returned for a touchdown.
Cyrus Jones, and then Sunseri, 73-yard with a touchdown return. Here's Manziel, still, and finally finds Ben Molina, his running back. Stops the clock with 2:18 to go.
Well, obviously, A&M, when they don't get out of bounds, are going to have to go fast the rest of the way. And they're also going to now have to have an onside kick. It's their only chance to win the football game.
3-man rush. They drop 8, does Alabama. Left side. And Kennedy does not get out of bounds.
Clock will stop with the first down, though.
Right. John Fulton makes the tackle. Look at the time he has. And he goes left and overthrows Darrell Walker.
But look at the discipline of the Alabama back 8, because they're only rushing 3 now. They are not, you know, taking their eyes off their receivers. They're making everything happen in front of them, or at least they should the rest of this game.
Second down 10. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. And again, the 3-man rush. Molina searching for, there's Mosley. C.J. Mosley, the All-American. Number 32.
We haven't called him much, right?
No, we have not.
No. Then on the field the whole game, calling all the signals, it just, not a lot happens in that middle linebacker position in this offense.
Here's Manziel. Hit from the backside by Jeffrey Pagan. That's another first down, and they'll stop the clock to move the chain. Again, the three-man rush. Manziel completes it to Laquidiante Gonzalez. It's fumbled but recovered. Now they want a personal foul called on.
I don't think so.
No.
He was just trying to jump over him so he didn't hit him, basically.
Molina recovered it. 50 seconds to go. And he shoves it. How about that?
Made a play, but Alabama just took 10 seconds off the clock. They're happy.
Looked like a shortstop trying to make the connection to second base. Manziel for 428 through the air today. Big one was a 95-yarder. Pagan comes. They don't get him again. Now he lobs it deep. It's caught again. Mike Evans again.
It's just the offense. I'll tell you what, if they get one throw to the end zone, I like the odds of Evans, don't you?
I think so.
You'd be better off taking interference on that play and letting them have the ball down there.
27 seconds to go. From the corner into the end zone, deep, incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, highly touted freshman wide receiver who's not been a factor in this one, did play in the opener against Rice. Look at
everybody's
Manziel.
tired.
Yeah, they're gassed.
Everybody's gassed. And A&M can't replace their guys now. They're too important. Manziel, Evans, they got to stay on the field. Evans can barely catch his breath, but he only has to go 2 yards down here to get into the end zone.
Blitz. Left corner. Kennedy. Touchdown, Aggies.
But we're going to get an onside kick, aren't we?
I believe so.
This is their #1 play down by the goal line when it's man-to-man. The two outside players slant in. The inside slot goes to the corner. If there's nobody back in the corner of the end zone, you throw it for the pylon.
Albertolette for the extra point with 15 seconds to go. That was Landon Collins trying to defend, and Kennedy comes down with it.
That guy in the background was holding up that defense sign.
Right.
Don't get much use of that around here, do you?
Hoping against hope for a successful onside kick. And if that works, maybe 2 plays, maybe only 1. If that works.
They've got a timeout left.
Right. The hands team is up there.
Somebody better give Mike Evans some oxygen so he can be the guy on there in case they get the onside kick.
Well, they've got 10 men up, 1 man deep.
Right, they got 2 kickers. They could kick it either direction now. They're going to, look at this. Both guys going from opposite angles.
Right. Kyle Saris is on the near side, and that's Bertolette with his arm in the air.
Only 1 guy in the middle, though.
They come to the right. Amari Cooper, pretty good guy to have the ball in his hands.
Well, I don't want to say Alabama survived because they earned this win. It was a tough win. And when the pressure was on, they came through and made the plays. But you can see, against this offense, you make a turnover, and you got to give Manziel the ball back.
Now 42 points, the most points allowed by Alabama with Nick Saban as the coach. Now Johnny Manziel trying to encourage his teammates. You saw the grimace on the face of the All-American Jake Matthews, and they will take a knee.
Neither team backed up a step in this game, did they?
Not at all.
Fought the whole way.
About 10 years of my life. Tracy over here
Saban said, you just took 10 years off my life. Oh, goodness. Well, there's Manziel. The respect among competitors. Let's go down to Tracy, who is with Nick Saban.
Well, actually, I'm with Nick Saban and A.J. McCarron. A.J., let me start with you. You talked all week this wasn't about revenge, but it has to feel good to get some payback here on the road.
It's not really about payback. It's another win for us in our program. Unbelievable job by our team, overall team win. I mean, the biggest point came down the hands team right there. And as Coach said, 60-minute ball game, and we played it.
Have to ask you about that last touchdown to Fowler, and you brought the coaches back onto the field. What did you say to them before that throw?
I just told Coach I wanted the ball in my hands. I felt comfortable with the play that we had, and I just, being a leader and being the competitor I am, I just wanted it in my hands to give a chance to win the ball game.
Well, congratulations. Amazing effort tonight. And, Coach, what does that say about your quarterback, that you can go there and trust him with an important play like that?
Well, that's the play that he wanted, and I always believe in the players. I really do. It was a play-action pass off the play that we've been running a couple times, actually the play that we fumbled on. So it was really a good call. It's a good call on his part. Doug really wanted to run it too, so it was great.
What can you say about Johnny Manziel? You told me yesterday this guy can't be stopped. And again, tremendous plays by him. I saw you have a conversation right before he left the field. What can you say about the type of competitor that he is?
Well, I think he's a great competitor. He just does a fantastic job for his team. He's a great leader. He makes a tremendous amount of plays that nobody else probably could make. We obviously have to play better on defense fundamentally. That's something that we need to work on, but you have to get Texas A&M's team a lot of credit. You got to give our offense a lot of credit. We said before the game, it's our team against their team, and our offensive team did a fantastic job.
Tremendous win. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Vern?
All right, Tracy, thank you. Well, it was something. Everything we hoped that it would be. A.J. McCarron with a big game. Johnny Manziel equally big in a losing cause. But Alabama wins it on the road. For Gary Danielson, Tracy Wolfson, the guys in the booths, and the gal in the booth, Katie McGuire, Butch Baird, Chuck Gardner, all of our gang. So long from College Station. The Jeep postgame show is up next after these messages and a word from your local station.